What a day, what a day. Welcome back everybody to Hidden Heights Farm. So I was just walking out here to get started on the video today and I got attacked by some wasps. They actually got me this time. I got one of them back and I'm going to show you. This little dude here, I don't know if that's a wasp or if it's a hornet. I don't even think it's all the way dead yet, but that sucker is not a very big one, but I'm going to tell you, it got me pretty good. See if I can show you guys my arm. So I already went in the house and got it doctored up. So you guys see the bandage there and see that white thing on my arm? That's supposed to be there. I'll talk about that in a minute. But ever since I was a little kid, you know, sometimes you got to learn things the hard way. And one day I was down at the lake. My grandpa used to build boat docks. And I was down at the lake kind of helping him, and you know, I was still young, so I was kind of doing my own thing and helping them on things I could do. Well, on my spare time, there was a birdhouse sitting on a tree probably about 15 yards away, and there were some rocks on the ground right in front of me. So I'm sitting there taking a break or something, and I pick up some rocks and I start throwing these rocks at this birdhouse, and second or third hit, I hit that sucker dead on, and in about a split second I had two like wood bees or something. I don't know what they were. I still don't know what they were to this day. Some kind of bees or wasps that was in that nest, or in that bird nest box. They flew. One stung me right here on the outside. One flew in my mouth and got me on the inside of my lip. So it wasn't like 10 seconds later my mouth's all swelled up and everything. Well, my grandpa had an employee that chewed Levi Garrett chewing tobacco. You know, the loose leaf type tobacco. Anyways, they pulled me aside. They said, "Here, you're going to stick this in your mouth." You know, I'm 10, 11 years old. And sure enough, I stuck that in my mouth and the swelling went down pretty quick and it quit hurting so bad. And that's what I got right here. I got some chewing tobacco, just some loose leaf tobacco. Stick it in your mouth for a little bit, get it wet, or put it in a little cup of water or something for a little bit, get it wet, and stick it on there. It's almost an instant relief. These little wasps, they pack a punch. I always keep that tobacco on hand. Ever since then, I've always had like a pouch of tobacco. It don't matter if it's 2 or 3 years old. It'll rehydrate. Just put some water or spit to it and throw it on your sting, and you'll be good as new. But anyways, that's a little story on how my video is starting out. But anyways, before people start asking, I know some of you is gonna know what this little white dot on my arm is. And some of you is going to want to know what it is. Since I just showed a close-up of it, might as well talk about it. So if you don't know, I'm a type 2 diabetic, and here about 2 weeks ago had something happen to me that I've never had happen before. Got home from work, and Rachel and the kids were just getting home, and I didn't feel very good. So I sat down and I'm like, man, I feel like I'm going to pass out. So about that time, Rachel and the kids walk in. She's like, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I don't know, I just don't feel good." She said, "Have you checked your sugar?" And I said, "No, I haven't eaten anything bad today." Anyway, she checked my sugar for me, and because at this point I'm trying my hardest not to throw up. I'm getting really nauseous and all that, and feeling like I'm gonna black out. So she checked it, and it was like 62 or 65, which is the lowest I've ever checked it, and it being that low anyways. So she said, "Here, take a cup of orange juice." Drunk a cup of orange juice, tested it 10 minutes later, it was in the 80s. Drunk another cup, 10 minutes later, it was like 105. So that was a first for me. So I talked to my doctor and I said, you know, I think I need to start trying to monitor my glucose levels throughout the day a lot better. You know, I'm very bad about carrying my glucose strips with me to work or wherever we're going and stuff like that. So I got to research online, and they got these new little sensors called continuous glucose monitors, and that's what this is. This is a Freestyle Libre 2, and pretty much it's good for 14 days. It's just a little puck. It's got a needle in the middle of it, you know, probably about like that long, and you stick it on, you stick it in your arm, and it's got an adhesive patch under it. It sticks to your arm, and you wear it for 14 days, and then with the handy dandy technology that we got today, let me show you guys how this works. Oh, if I can get this camera set up. All right, so you got an app on your phone, you hold it on there like this, and it pops up. So I am at 131 right now. which is a little bit high for me. 100 is about normal. But anyways, it's actually Bluetooth connected, so it communicates through my phone Bluetooth, and it can tell you if you are starting to get low, if your sugar level starts dropping. I got mine set, if it gets anywhere below 70, it actually will alarm my phone, and it has woken us up 2 times now. For some reason in the middle of the night, my sugar dropped down to like 60, and it beeped and let us know, so I got up, took some orange juice and checked it, and went right back up. So anyways, this video ain't about that by no means. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know you guys are always asking how my diabetes and stuff is going, so there's that. So anyways, but I have had very good success with this. It is helping me you know, stay healthier. It's helping me keep track of everything a little better. So if you guys are a type 2 or a type 1, talk to your doctor about it. I know my insurance doesn't cover it, unfortunately, but you know, there's other insurances and stuff, so it's definitely worth checking into. If you guys have ever heard of it, or if you're not ever heard of it, if you haven't tried it, I would try it, because it's way better than pricking your finger all the time. I promise you that. So into the video now. Let's hope that all the wasps are gone. What happened is I started the tractor up, because we got to use a tractor, because I'm fixing to show you some bad news. We got to use a tractor, so I wanted to go ahead and get it over here to start the video. Well, as soon as I jump on there and I pulled around, these dadgum wasps got crazy on me. If you guys remember the last video where we took the old Kubota down to the land and I was doing the brush hogging, there was 2 nests in this little hole right here, and they were just clogged full of waspers, which I got rid of them, but now I got some more in here. I don't know. Let's see if they're in this hole. No, they're not in there. I don't know. There's a nest somewhere in there. But anyways, if you guys caught the last video, you know I was down at the lake property, and it didn't end so well. Got the gold done, I got the brush hogging done, but the old Kubota kind of bit the dust on me. I had hydraulic fluid leaking everywhere, I had coolant leaking everywhere, and had a flat on the back rear tire, and I've already got that off, and I found out what the problem was. So on these old Kubota wheels, they got a metal valve in them, and I must have hit a stick just right or something, or I don't know if this thing rusted out or what happened. But anyways, it broke off right there, so I'm gonna have to take this down and see if they can either replace that or maybe just put a tube in it. This is a heavy sucker, so I'm gonna have to get the tractor. I think I'm just gonna try to grab it with the grapple and see if I can set it in there and flip it onto the back of the old Dodge and haul it down to the tire station. But we got a couple other problems we got to address. So got the wheel off, that was one of the problems. That's never no fun. And this thing was full of I think it was full of antifreeze or window wiper fluid. I can't remember what they put in here in these for extra weight for the back end of your tractor. So it's pretty much just like a liquid filled tire, and that adds a lot of weight to these tractors. So all that's now gone. Now it's gone down the drain, you might say. So I knew I had a hydraulic leak as well, so I went and I found it, and I already replaced that hose right there. I had to go get a new hose made. So got the tractor started back up. I checked the coolant, had to add some coolant to it, got all that going. I don't see a coolant leak anywhere, but I started the tractor back up after I fixed that hose to make sure it wasn't leaking, and it was all good. Well, soon as I turned the steering wheel, I seen hydraulic fluid just pouring out down there, and let me show you guys. So I've seen what the problem was the hydraulic steering pump. There's a steering cylinder, and that thing, the seal on the it was on the back side, the seal that sits right here around this rod, it was just completely like deteriorated, and it was just shooting out of this shaft right here. So I got that pulled out. That was not easy. That wasn't fun at all. But now I've got to figure out a way. Right down in here there is a like a clip. It's like a keeper ring. It keeps all the internals in there, and there's one on the other side as well. The seal kit is about 160 bucks online, and I can do that just fine. I can order all that, but I don't have the tools to get those clips out. I'm gonna have to try to we gotta go to town later this evening, so I'm gonna try to go by Harbor Freight or somewhere, hopefully, and see if I can get it like a pick set or some kind of I can't remember, like ring pliers or whatever they're called, snap ring pliers. I have some of those, but I need a kit to where I can pull all those different kinds of rings. These ain't snap rings, they're kind of different. It's just like a wire, like a C wire that's in there, but I don't have anything where I can like kind of pull that out, so I got to try to figure that out. I'm going to try to rebuild that cylinder myself. I've never rebuilt a hydraulic cylinder, but I think I can do it. Like I said, the rings are only like $120 to $160 depending on whatever. I'm just going to replace them all while I got it open. That's one thing I've never replaced on this tractor, and this tractor, you know, it's an old tractor. So anyways, I'm going to try to get that fixed, and hopefully after I get that back on there, this tractor will be good again. But I still have a problem with the coolant. It started overheating on me down there at the lake, and last fall, the real last time I used this thing, I cleaned out the fins, I cleaned out all the debris. There's a little screen in front of the radiator. I cleaned all that out, but it's still getting hot for some reason. So I think I'm going to take the lower radiator hose off and try to flush everything out and just try to get everything out of that radiator. Maybe it's clogged up. Maybe the water pump's going out. I don't know. I got to try to figure that out. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to try to get that big tire up here in the grapple on the big Kubota and try to see if we can get it loaded on the tractor. I mean, get it loaded on the back of the truck so I can get it taken in to get fixed. Okay, so we got the big boy loaded on the truck, and hopefully I can take that tomorrow after work or something and get that fixed. As far as the coolant goes, I'm probably not going to put coolant back in there. I don't know. I don't use this tractor for a lot of heavy lifting anymore, but it sure does help a lot. These are big tires, and once you fill them up with, I don't know how many bottles of gallons of window wiper fluid this takes, but I'm guessing that stuff is very corrosive because I got a bad spot on my wheel. I think it's on the underneath side. You can't see it now, but there's a bad spot on there and it started rusting a little bit. And I think that is because that stuff is very like caustic or corrosive or something. Another thing, you guys see the, I got the battery generator on the back of the truck. My dad and I went down to the lake property this morning and we started on the stairs going down to the rock cabin building. They're not 100% done yet. We got most of the stairs done. Got everything, like pretty much the whole frame, got all the posts and everything in, but I got to get a couple more steps and we still got to do the handrails, and that will be completely done, so hopefully I can show you guys. I didn't video that, unfortunately, just kind of wanted to get it done. And I got a very loud crowd behind me. Hey, I see what you guys are doing. This ain't a buffet. I see what you guys are doing. They're coming up here and trying to eat all the little pellets coming out of that grain feeder, or the grain bin there. So let's go feed them and maybe they'll be quiet. So anyways, that's what I've got going on. I've been super busy working on the tractor, working out the lake property, and just trying to bring this thing back to life, because you know, this is the one I depend on for brush hogging and box blading and stuff like that. I don't want to have to try to take off the backhoe of the M59 and put those 3-point attachments on the back. I'd rather just use this tractor, which This one's old, but it's a Kubota, you know, I can still get parts for it. As far as the engine and everything, it seems like it's still sound. If I can just figure out the dang coolant issue, I don't know why it's overheating all the time. It mainly only does it when I brush hog and, you know, have it under a lot of stress. But anyways, let me grab some food and we'll go feed the chickens and Mojo and everybody over there so they don't follow me over to Corey and Leesky's pen. I know you girls are patiently waiting. The ducks are the ones being noisy. Uh-oh. We're getting low. Oh, we got some left in there. So whenever we start getting low at the bottom of this, it starts getting really dusty and it gets really messy. So let's go see. I see Mojo is taking a nap. Let's go see if he's ready to eat. Mojo! He's up there on the back porch. Come on, Mo, let's go eat, buddy. Mo, come on. Tell him, Skeeter. Hey, Skeeter, talk your dog talk and tell Mojo to come on. Mojo! Come on, buddy. Mojo! There he is. Hey, Dad. I was sleeping. Come on, Mo. Let's go eat. I got you a cold egg, buddy. Come on. Mojo, come on. Come on. Come on, Mo. Mojo, come on. I still see you. Come on, Mo. Maybe he'll come. Let's see. Come on, Mojo. And I have never seen so many wasps this year. I went through more cans of spray, and it seems like they just keep building nests everywhere. All new places. Mojo! Come on, buddy! There they go. Come on, Mo! It's a little earlier than I usually feed, so you might not want to come yet. Here, ducks. Maybe you guys will be quiet. Goodness, you guys are loud today. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. See if this will focus. See how dusty this is? When you start getting down towards the bottom, that's what it does. Mojo! Come on, buddy. Daddy, I hear your kids, but I don't see them. Alright, I'm gonna throw the whole bucket. Oh, there you go. Mo! Come on! Mojo! Come on, bud! Well, I hear Betty's kids, but I don't see them. The little chicks. Oh, well there's one right there. And it's growing fast. I don't know where the other one is. That's not good. Betty, where's your other child? Don't tell me you lost her. I don't see the little one. She might have got it lost to like a hawk or something. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. That ain't good. Alright, well, I'm going to have to put Mojo's food up here for now, and maybe when we get back later we'll feed him. But let's go see if Core and Leesky will come eat. There's them daggum dragonflies again. Well, there's my dogs right there in the shade. They said, oh, we knew Dad was coming to feed us. They said, shoot, yeah, we'll come eat, Dad. Hey, goats. Hey, goats. There's my pretty dogs. There's my pretty dogs. Come on, goats. Let's act like we're going to go in the barn for the dogs to eat. Come here, Lees. What are you doing, buddy? Come on, bud. I tricked them. Almost all of them. Nice cold egg. Always get a cold egg. There you go. So summer is getting close to being over with. You know, I'm not a big fan of summer. My favorite time is fall time. So that little goat got a little close to Cora. So I'm ready for fall. Fall and spring is my all-time favorite times. And we are right around the corner. It is almost fall. What is it? We got about another little over a week, I guess, before it's actual fall time. But we're still getting days in like 96 today. Tomorrow, the high is gonna be like in the 80s. We got a cold front coming in, so super thankful for that. But as you can see, the goats still have tons of lush pasture. Still got lots of trees. They still have this little field they're working on. But I have not closed off the fence. So, you know, they have access to come in here still, or they can go into the big field. So they come eat all the goodies, all the nice little weeds and stuff they really want to eat. They come pick them all out, and then they head back to the big field and browse around and do their thing all day. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much today's video. I was wanting to show you guys the damage to the tractor. I didn't know what all exactly was wrong the day I got done brush hogging, but that's where we stand now. Fingers crossed I can get everything replaced. I can get the cylinder worked on. Hopefully I can do it myself and save a little bit of money. If I can do it myself, it should cost about 160 bucks. If I have to take it in, it's probably gonna be about 300 bucks to have someone else do it. Sometimes those little keeper rings, sometimes they get kind of rusty in there and they're really hard to get off. So sometimes you gotta have some special tools and stuff. So I don't know, we'll try to do it ourselves, and hopefully I can get it done, get the parts ordered, and get that thing back on there and put the tractor back in the service. I need to brush hog a little bit here down our driveway, and then some of this stuff down here I need to go brush hog a little bit. Some of the stuff that the goats just will not eat at all. There are certain weeds that goats will not eat. People think goats will eat anything. It's not true. They are pretty picky, actually. So if you guys have any questions on this meter, you can Google it. It's called a Freestyle Libre 2. I am not sponsored by them or nothing at all, but I am very thankful that I have this, because it's helped me kind of monitor my glucose level and, you know, try to stay on top of my diabetes and stuff. So I highly recommend it. If you know, your insurance and stuff, you can get it through them or whatever, I would highly recommend it. It's worth checking into. But anyways, guys, I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching all our videos. We greatly appreciate it. And the animals do too. They're staring at me saying, hey, we appreciate the viewers too. But anyways, guys, like this video, leave a comment, please, and we'll see you next time.